Ms. Ferrari, how likely do you think his approach is going to translate to votes in the next federal election beyond just your party members?
I think it's going to translate well. I think you have to realize where Canadians are at, and Mr. Poilievre has indicated, you know what, and shown that he's going to meet people where they're at. We have an affordability crisis, and that's impacting everyone. And people can't afford to buy food. They can't afford housing. We have a housing crisis, and we have a mental health crisis. And those two things cannot be separated. And, you know, in my riding of Peterborough Kawartha this morning and driving here, one person every 9 days is dying of an opioid overdose. So we need to really look at the economics and how that impacts our mental health when people are suffering. And, you know, I know you did an earlier interview around this, but around stress and how that leads to addiction and leads to mental health and mental illness. So I think he's going to resonate with a lot of people because his focus has been on the economy and the affordability crisis, and he's been talking about this for years.
You're right, he has been talking about this, but when it comes to an approach, do you have a sense of how he's going to go about addressing these issues?
Yeah, I mean, the policy is going to be rolled out here in the coming months. But I think his initial speech Monday at National Caucus really showed you where we're going. I mean, he hasn't even been leader for a full week yet, and you already have the Liberals changing their language. He put a challenge to the Prime Minister to not increase taxes in January. So that's where you're going to see that. He's going to put that pressure on to help Canadians keep money in their bank accounts so that they can afford to live and we don't have this mental health crisis. And we need a national housing strategy as well, obviously.